Well, to answer the first part about how the internet has really changed, it's become almost like a public utility. You have water, you have electricity, you have internet. You know, I can get a 45 meg connection from Yahoo BB in Japan for 20 bucks a month. So everybody's got it. The whole country's gone digital, whether it's, you know, your telephone is now through the internet, your TV is all digital. You know, I know the US just switched over, but Japan for over a year now has been digital. Most Japanese mobile phones have a digital tuner embedded in them. You know, with 90+% penetration, everybody's got a television. There's always some way to keep up to date on what's happening, and with that, the advertising model has completely changed, because with the digital transmission, you can actually target certain audiences. So certain types of phones, certain carriers can stream different advertising to their own communities of people that are on their networks. So that is probably the biggest change. Okay, well, I think the first thing really in Japan, and the reason it's worked so well as far as being able to build communities and have fast networks, is that there's no stress. Unless you lower that stress level, whether it's the speed of the device or the speed of the connection, then it really doesn't, whatever service you're trying to sell or community you're trying to build, doesn't really permeate through the entire society. For example, there's a community, mobile-only community, that went from 0 to 12 million subscribers in about 6 months. And it was because there was no stress, it was free, it was all ad-based. You got a free game every Monday, so you knew where to go, how to get there. And so unless you have that environment, even with high penetration, you're not going to have a business model that's going to sustain itself and work very long. Well, I think you've kind of seen the progression from, you know, print to web, you know, static pages to much richer pages with Flash or Silverlight. But then you're going to start seeing things like YouTube, where people are broadcasting or putting up videos. And then the next level beyond that really is to be able to blog and communicate within a video. And that's really the ultimate way of being able to communicate outside of being, you know, in front of somebody. You can stream, for example, for this service, for Nico Nico Douga, you can stream yourself live. You can build your own communities. You can see how many people are actually watching your video. You can see all of their comments. You can comment to their comments. You can actually go back. It's all time-stamped, and it's archived, so you can always go back to it. And that's really how I see, you know, communication and a high-speed, you know, internet access, faster computers, a no-stress environment. Those things become possible. I think the biggest thing they're looking for are friends, especially in a city like Tokyo, for example. It's very hard to get to places. You know, it takes an hour or two on average just to get to work, whereas, you know, we're so used to driving 15, 20 minutes that it's so much easier just to be able to communicate online. And that's why you see, you know, messenger services or these blogs or these things like Nico Nico Douga being so successful, because it's so easy to communicate with all of your friends.